starting Beauty and the Boss, I spent 7 years as a marketer for a construction company out of Phoenix, Arizona, and 4 years as the mentorship chair of SMPS's Arizona chapter. And during that time, what I found was that whether people were super seasoned in their career or very early out, they were challenged with how to advocate for themselves, and specifically, they felt very intimidated about negotiating for the thing that they wanted. And so, a lot of times we think that people are either born just really great negotiators, or it's just something they'll never be able to do. And if I do my job well today, then when we walk out of here in 20 minutes, you'll have some tactics and some tools of how you can become a better negotiator. So a lot of times we always want to start with the discussion at the table. But before you even get to the table, you really have to decide, what do you want? I love this movie because besides the fact that it's incredibly romantic, it really does hit home of what do you want. In this scene, the female character is having to choose between two handsome gentlemen that have different levels of benefits. And one says, do you want to please me? Do you want to please your mom? Do you want him? Do you want me? What do you want? And that's the question and place we really have to start. What do you actually want? Do you want more money? Do you want a promotion? Do you want to be assigned to that incredible pursuit? Do you want a different level of benefits? And trust me, they offer different levels of benefits. Do you want tuition reimbursement? What do you want? And this is an exercise that you do without thinking, well, they won't, or the policy doesn't allow, or they've never really done that before. This is an independent activity where you sit back alone. Sometimes it takes days, weeks, hours, maybe even months, and you determine what do you want. Because without knowing what that is, you're never going to be able to communicate that to someone else. Once you figure that out, we want to practice with yes in mind. And so right now I get to ask for a volunteer, and I will pick somebody. You look promising. She looked down, she was like, no. May I borrow you for just a moment?
Sure.
Okay, now watch this. Stand up, please. I want you to do a little role playing with me. And everyone, this is Caitlin. Will you please give Caitlin a round of applause? Hi, Caitlin, I'm your new manager.
Hi.
And I want you to ask me for anything in the whole wide world that you want. And I just want you to know right now that the answer is no. Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Can I have $1 million?
No.
Okay. Can I have full insurance benefits?
Ooh. You know, as much as I'd like to do that, the answer's gonna be no.
Can I have a flex spending plan?
You know, we really only offer that for our tenured employees, so unfortunately, no.
Well, I've been working for you for 30 seconds.
Now we're going to do the exercise again, right? And now, no matter what you ask me, my answer is going to be yes.
Oh, God.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Can I please be the manager of my department?
I think that's a great idea, yeah.
Great. Can I also have a $15,000 raise?
I'm surprised you didn't ask for more. Yes.
They want to be greedy.
I mean, be greedy. Yes, you are greedy.
Can I have a flex spending plan?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can I have everything I want?
Yes! Thank you so much. Give her a round of applause. You notice that when I said to her, you can ask me anything you want and my answer is going to be no. See how slow she was to think? See how she started to sink back physically? And when I told her my answer is going to be yes, she was faster, she was vibrant, she was thinking a little broader. Can I have anything I want? Yes. And this is why we practice with yes in mind. Now, I actually tell the people that I work with, I want you to practice out loud. I want you to practice so that you can hear your voice. Because if you talk, and at the end, your voice goes up like this, then it doesn't sound like you're really serious. Or if you do the non-stop breathing thing. So I was really thinking that I've been here for a long time, and I really value this company, and it's really been a pleasure to work here, and I was just wondering, and I really feel like, and it's just because you're nervous and you're hoping that you can drop a fact that someone will cling on to and just say, yes, right? Or it's things like take backs. take backs. I do this with my husband, and I hate it, but I do it, and I'm working really hard to not do it. I say things like, hey babe, can you do the landscaping tomorrow? And if you can't, it's okay, because I probably can figure it out on my own. And so we ask, and then we take back before the person even has an opportunity to think or even answer. Or we think that no closes the door, when no really means there's a level of information you haven't provided, and we still need to continue to have this conversation. So when I was growing up, my mom's default answer to everything was no. Mom, can I go skating on Saturday? No. Mom, can I go to the movies on Friday? No. And then she'd say, who's taking you? And I'd say, Crystal's mom's gonna take me. And she'd say, who's picking you up? And I said, well, we were hoping you could pick us up. No. Okay, I'll pick you up, but you better be outside at 9:57. What was she teaching me? She was teaching me there's just a void in my understanding. And just because I say no doesn't mean that the whole conversation is done. So if a person is pushing back with no, you can respond with, may I ask why not? You can respond with, what are you willing to do? So that we continue the conversation instead of feeling like the door's been shut.